Hey everybody, Seth here again with BeasBuzz here at Martin Creek Lake State Park. This is closer to, I'm trying to remember the exact name of the town, but I cannot remember. It will be in the details on the page. Wasn't far from where I was at today doing work with a client, so I figured I'd stop in here and get some footage for you guys. Once you come into the park, on your left-hand side after the little beach area, you'll come to the boat ramp area. This is where you'll also find a little kind of like dock you walk across to get to the island for primitive camping. I went over here and hiked around and went to different areas and campsites that had water views. Overall, it was a good little hike. I came across a few areas that seemed like they had doing some brush clearing or maybe a grass fire. I also followed trails down to little primitive sites. I always pick up trash when I see it. That's just the Boy Scout in me. It's kind of bred in there. But the primitive sites that all have good water views, they also get a cool breeze off the water as well, which is great during the summer months here in Texas. Here's some more of the water views you get from some of the different sites. This is kind of when I first got on the trail. There's the refinery that kind of obstructs your view, but nonetheless, it's still a beautiful area. If you get on the side of the lake that actually faces the entrance to the park, you get a great view without any refinery in your view at all. This was one of my favorite views right here, kind of facing the entrance and the beach area. Eventually, I made it back over to the mainland and hiked over here. The trails offered lots of great different views. One of my favorite views coming up here was this just big area of all these trees. It just felt like a hallway of trees. I actually had to stop and kind of just look around and soak it all in because it was really kind of just beautiful. This is one of your typical RV spots. This is spot 27. Long driveway for your vehicle and trailer, and as you can see, the water and electric hookup. They also have these little shelters. These are basically just screened in shelters. There's a ton of them. Now this is the interior of one. You can see it's enclosed with screens. It does have electricity. If you notice up here in the top, there actually is a light. They also have fully enclosed ones which appear that they actually have ACs as well. I also came across two little group homes, basically fully enclosed. I'm not sure how many bedrooms, but you can see these are two sizable little homes that you can rent out. So overall, I was pleased with Martin Creek Lake State Park. Was it my favorite park? No. Was it a bad park? No. I thought it was a pretty decent park. If you're in the area, I definitely recommend checking it out. There's some cool sights to see, and as you saw in the video, there were some pretty cool scenic views. You know, the refinery being across the lake, not a big deal, especially if you get one of the campsites that faces the entrance, not the refinery. So go ahead and check this park out if you're in the area. And as always, I recommend getting the Texas State Park Pass. It's worth the $70, especially if you visit parks as often as I do. Once again, I also want to thank everybody, the men and women that work for the Texas State Park Department. Without you, we wouldn't have these state parks to enjoy, so thank you so much for everything you do.